Hi, I am Mandy of Madcow Mandi Designs. It is March 23, 2023, and this is Stitch 54. I don't know why it is so hard to say that it is the 23rd and the year is the 23. Anyways, it's going to be one of those days. So let's hop in to finished objects. I have a lot of them, and well, it's all for work. Mostly. It's mostly all for work. You can see the beginning of it down here. So, I have a kitty cat, and a kitty cat, and oh look, a kitty cat. Ah! So, they all have big glitter eyes, which I really like, and yeah, they'll go into the shop. I managed to find a super mega discount yarn being discontinued at the local box store, so I bought way more yarn than I probably should have. But during that, I found this yarn, which is kind of furry, fuzzy, and oh so squishy, so that one worked out nicely. I'm very happy, and I like how I don't know, he kind of fades into his feet, and he's cute. So I made a puppy, and I think I can get a kitty cat out of the second half of the yarn because it used a little over half, and the cats have smaller ears, so I think I can get a kitty cat too. So I am trying really hard, y'all, to get the table restocked for work because I have nothing to take to shows right now, and I have a show at the end of April. I don't know. I have a lot of things coming up right now, and I just need to make stuff for work so that I have it. Okay. Again, found the weirdest yarn on discount sale, and one of them was this fuzzy stuff. It is a nightmare to work with, but I made a fur ball. My dad called it a baby Bigfoot. I haven't decided on a name yet, and he's the only one I made. I haven't decided if I actually want to make and sell these or not. Definitely leave me your opinion. I mean, it's a ball of fur. And he's kind of squishy, and he's got big ol' eyes. My brain kind of went down like a Tribble rabbit hole, if you're a Star Trek fan. I was thinking about Tribbles, but these don't really look like Tribbles because it's curly instead of straight. Yeah, I just thought it'd be something kind of weird and different that maybe the kids would like, and I could sell it for like, I don't know, $5. So yeah. Really random. I ended up having to knit this instead of crochet it because the crochet just wasn't happening. This yarn is awful. Do not recommend faux fur. I just don't. Okay. I finished... No, we'll come back to that. Let's do the last thing for work, and then we'll go into the personal stuff that I finished. I told y'all last week that I was working on designing book covers for the books I sell in my Etsy shop, all the little planners that I have, because it would make it easier on me, and it would be easier when people shop because they're getting really confused and not understanding how to pick covers. So I'm designing covers, and I have a stack of them. These are... Yes, these are all live on Etsy now. So, I have the checkbook cover. This is the new project book. So you have knitting and crochet. The budget planner. The puppy dog. So I have a weekly layout that is all puppy dogs, and that's going to be the cover for it. And I have a weekly layout that is mason jars, so that's that one. These are just the covers. I didn't bring the insides. I had to print these so that I could photograph them. But I'm so happy. I'm getting the covers made. The shop is getting an overhaul and an update, and graphic, I'm having a second sell. So I have some older books that I've been carrying with me to shows, and they don't have cardstock for the covers. These are all cardstock, so they're nice and thick, pretty durable. These have scrapbook paper, and I don't know. I don't want to sell them at full price because it's not cardstock, and that just feels inferior to me. The books are perfectly fine. Everything is correct with the books. It's just the cover's a little on the thin side. So I'm selling them at half price. They're $5 each. There are 3 each of a dot grid, a checkbook, the mason jar weekly layout, and the wine log. So if you're interested in any of those, you might head on over there and pick one out before they are gone, because when it's gone, it's gone. I'm not ever using that paper again. Okay, that is everything for work. Let's talk personal. Last week, I was making a ball sock out of yarn I spun, and here it is. Definitely a DK weight. You can kind of see some of these lumpy bits in here where where my plying wasn't exactly the best. It definitely has a larger opening on the end because of the fact that it's a DK weight. I'm happy with it. I like it, and it feels really nice as a material. So I think at some point I might spin DK weight and make socks, simply because it's nice. Yeah, I like it. It turned out well. I will try again to get sock weight. This is my pattern for the ball sock, which means that you can in fact use that pattern with DK weight yarn. Just note, it's going to take more yarn than what the pattern says it's going to take. I think this was like 10 grams. No, 14 grams. I can't remember. It took more than what it normally calls for. Okay, the last one. I have shown this on the podcast before. It is called Punny, and it's a little kind of shawlette thing. It has a button, and you can put it through the lace on that end, and it's kind of like a shawlette-y scarf kind of thing. It goes on Pepper Ann. So yeah, this is for the dog, and I have a larger version that is for me, and it is called Smash. The designer is Rebeka Darylin. I don't know how to say her last name, but it will be linked down below. So this is a free pattern on Ravelry. I checked. It is still a free pattern called Smash and Punny. So Smash is the person-sized one, which is I would call it a small shawl, but it's person-sized. And then you get Punny, which is a whole separate pattern to make for your cat or dog. I love it. It's so cute. I made this for her when she was still a puppy, and she didn't like it. Well, now she's used to wearing bandanas and things like that, so I put it on her again, and she likes it. She wore it. So I made more. Okay. I do not remember the name of this yarn. It was Southern Skeins Sock Box 2020, maybe. This one, however, is also Southern Skeins. The green is Downward Facing Frog, and the orange is Sunrise. So I made this, and of course I didn't follow the pattern, and I didn't follow the pattern the first time, I'm pretty sure. So this one turned out a different size. I did block it because it's lace, and I need it to actually open up and lay flat for it to look correct on her. I still don't have a button. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep this one or not. I think I'm going to block it again and see if I can get a little more stretch out of it, because it's just a little bit tight on her. The problem is I didn't go up a needle size when I got to the lace, and it made a difference. So I have a problem. I made another one last night, and I did go up a needle size. I have not blocked this one yet. I did go up the needle size here, so maybe this one will fit. I won't know until I block it and try it on her. But they're just so cute. I'll see if I can find a picture of her wearing it. It's adorable. Okay. Oh, and this is Desert Vista Dyeworks Summer Stock Camp 21 colorway. So Pepper's probably going to be getting a lot more of these. I don't see why she can't have one to match every pair of socks that I make. We'll see. Right now I'm just trying to pick out colors that I think would look good against her out of my scrap bin. And I really don't have time to be doing that. I need to be working, and instead I'm making dog scarves. I clearly have problems. Okay, let's move on to works in progress. I have exactly one in my chicken bag from Miss Fiber Fox. But there's a reason. I have a whole sock done. So I did cast on the second sock. It's started. These are for my mom, and it is Mandi's Makings Summer Sock Camp 21. I went back to camp. I'm not sure what happened here, but I've recently grabbed both of my camp yarns. So yeah, it's a vanilla sock for my mom. I just thought the colors looked very much like her, and my brain can only handle a vanilla sock right now. And it's not even doing a good job of that. I am so scattered and all over the place, just wanting to do all of the things. Okay, that brings us to mail, and I do have a few things this week, and some of them weren't cheap. I was bad. Okay, first up, I have Dishy from Knit Picks. I finally placed a Knit Picks order, and I went ahead and tossed in one thing of Dishy so that I could see what it feels like, because I'm a little picky when it comes to cotton. I don't like sugar and cream. Cream and sugar? Peaches and cream? I never remember the name of it. All I know is I don't like it because it feels really rough and unpleasant. And that might be good for actually like scrubbing the dishes, but I don't enjoy working with it. And a lot of times we use these as sweat towels, and I don't want that touching my skin. So this is very nice and soft. It is just a little bit rougher, like a little more texture to it, just minute amount of texture to it, compared to Hobby Lobby's I Love This Cotton, which is what I was trying to replace. I think this will be a good substitute. I'm happy. I'm also excited to work with it and try it out, see how well it holds up. Now, the whole reason I was placing an order with Knit Picks, I bought, you can't see, the new needles. They are shorties, they are stainless steel reflections. So they, let's see, I saw a coupon code on Instagram for 20% off, and I had a $25 gift card from Christmas, so I got these for like $30. I was excited, and I did test them out. I was using these to knit up Pepper Ann's little scarves, and I like them. For some reason, I was thinking that the cords were swivel cords, and they're not. I'm not sure where that information got stuck in my head, but apparently that's wrong. They are steel, the cords are steel cables with nylon coating, and it's nice. It does remind me a lot of Chow Goo. So, very excited to have this. I do like metal knitting needles, it ends up. I thought I liked wood ones, and I have a wood set of these, and they work great. It's just I wear them out because of the way that I knit, and I like the metal ones. They don't get worn out like that. So, the last piece of mail, I will have to insert a video for you. I have upped my working game. I have the Martin-Yell P7200. It is a paper folding machine. It will now fold all my paper in half for the books that I make. The only thing it doesn't do is cardstock, so it can't do the cover, but it can do all the pages inside, which is huge. When I only have to make like 1 or 2 books, it's not that big of a deal to fold 10 sheets of paper. When I'm doing large orders, like wholesale orders and things like that, and you times that 10 by, I don't know, 70, it suddenly becomes a lot of folding. So I am very excited for my new toy. I can't wait to try it out. Yay! I mean, I've played with it some, but I can't wait to actually like get it in a good rotation and start using it. That's it for mail. So that brings us into chatter. And apparently I take y'all on weird journeys with me. And last week I was telling y'all about the lawnmower tire. Okay, so my husband, it had a flat tire. He got the old tire off the rim, but he couldn't get the new tire on the rim. We bought a special tool just to put it on there. Both of us were out there trying to get the tire on there, and we ended up tearing up the new tire, the bead where it actually seals, so then it still didn't hold air, and we sat around for a couple days licking our wounds. Eventually, I started thinking about it again, and I was like, oh, even if we get a new tire, we did not learn anything from our first go-around that would change the outcome for the second tire. So I need to find somebody in town that knows how to mount a small tire like this. Because, I mean, the rim is, I don't know, this big, and the tire is like this big. It's tiny, and it's a pain. So I started thinking about it, and I thought about this little store that we have here that sells mowers and like dirt bikes and stuff like that. And I called them. They had the tire. It's a weird size. It's an old size. People don't use it anymore. They had the tire in stock. I was like, if I bring you the rim, can you mount it for me? Yes. Oh my God. So I go out to the shop, and the tire is still on the mower. He didn't take it back off the mower after he realized it wasn't holding air. So I called my husband, and I'm like, okay, I was just going to surprise you with a new tire, but it's still on the mower, so can you come home and take it off? And he said yes. He packed up his stuff, and he was heading home. And when he got home, I greeted him at the door, holding the tire over my head like a first place trophy. I got the tire off the mower. I was so proud of myself. I went out there just to simply open the shop, go ahead and jack up the mower for him, have it ready to go so it'd make it a little faster because it was 4 o'clock. They close at 5:30. And then I started tinkering. And of course, my husband doesn't like put things away, especially if he's still using the things. So all the tools are still out, including the socket. So I found the socket, and I found the appropriate wrench because it was still on the torque wrench, which I know you're not supposed to use the torque wrench to actually like tighten and loosen things. It's only for foot-pounds. I know things. So I found the correct wrench, put the socket on, and I got the tire off. I took the tire off the mower. We took it over to the shop, got a new one, really confused the shop owner because I wanted a new tire and I handed him a new tire. So we had to explain that we ruined the new tire and needed another new one. Anyways, it's all done. It's over with. It is on the mower and the mower works. It's running. Everything seems to be working, and he mowed the backyard. It's awesome. So I guess he will have a riding mower for the summer instead of having to push mow now. But that was very exciting. And obviously I got a haircut. It was much needed. Got my hair cut. And yeah, we have a few other things going on that I'm not quite ready to share yet. But I can prepare you for next week's weird journey to go on. We are baby-proofing the cabinets because of the cat. We have a cat that opens cabinet doors and gets in the cabinet, which isn't as annoying as when he just goes around slamming cabinet doors. He'll like open it, but he'll only open it this far, so then it slams back and we're like asleep or doing something and not paying attention and it startles you. So we're tired of slamming cabinet doors. We're baby-proofing the house. Yeah. So I will share all of that saga with you next week. So it was great talking to y'all, and I hope you have a wonderful week. I will talk to you next week. Bye.